Hello everyone and welcome back to Cook to Inspire, where we cook new, old and interesting recipes that inspire you to cook. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit more different. I've been looking through my recipe books and been listening to lots of comments as to what I should be cooking next. We're still on an Asian theme. However, it's something that I wouldn't normally cook. So today's recipe comes from Malaysia. The pronunciation for this recipe is Guleh Ikan. It's Guleh Ikan, or that's the way I'm reading it. I probably mispronounced it. What it is, it's a fish curry. Now, fish curry isn't, again, something that I would choose. I seem to be choosing a lot of recipes that I wouldn't particularly choose on a restaurant menu. I've never had a fish curry before, so it's going to be really interesting. Again, what I will do, I will go through all the ingredients and how we prepare all those ingredients to make this fish curry. So I hope you enjoy this recipe, and without further ado, let's get to it. For this recipe, you will need 1 large onion chopped, 1 clove of garlic chopped, a 1-inch piece of root ginger chopped, 2 chilies chopped, 2 tablespoons of coriander, a tablespoon of cumin, a tablespoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of fennel, a tablespoon of lemongrass, and 2 tablespoons of tamarind. You will also need a pound of white fish, 250 mils of thin coconut milk, 125 mils of thick coconut cream. Okay, so for this recipe, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to blend the onions, the garlic, the ginger, make sure we get all of that ginger out, and the chilies. What I'm also going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of the thin coconut milk, just so that this blends really nicely. So just a few spoonfuls of that coconut milk. Put a top on, blender over. Okay, so we've blended our onions, garlic, ginger and chili with a little bit of the coconut milk. What we're now going to do is we're going to put this into the pan. And we're going to add half of the thin coconut milk. Okay, so that's about 100 mils gone in. I'm going to turn this pan on, warming through. We're going to add all of our spices. So the coriander, cumin, the turmeric, the fennel, and the lemongrass. That's all our spices into this mixture. And we're going to bring this to a nice simmer. Now that this is simmering up, we're just going to add the rest of our coconut milk, the thin coconut milk. We're just going to bring this to a nice simmer. Just cooking out all those spices. And now that this has come to a boil, we're just going to turn the heat down and we're just going to let this simmer for 15 minutes and then we'll come back. Okay, so our curry has been simmering for 15 minutes. We're now going to add the thick coconut milk. That's the coconut cream that we're adding. And this will make this a lot thicker. And we're just going to continue simmering this now until this sauce begins to thicken up. So we're going to give it another 10 minutes and then we'll come back and check and see how it's getting on. So our onions, garlic, ginger, lemongrass, cumin, coriander and the coconut milk have all been simmering now for 15 minutes. We're now going to add the tamarind. Make sure we get all of that tamarind. Give that a mix round. I have to say, it's an absolutely lovely colour. And the smells of all the spices that you can smell coming off the pan make it really, really nice. What I am going to do is I'm just going to taste for seasoning now. I think that just needs a little bit of salt. Just to bring all those flavours out. And a grind or two of black pepper. Then give that another mix in. The smells of the lemongrass and the coconut milk coming off the pan, it's absolutely fantastic. What we're now going to do is we're going to add our fish. And I've chosen, it says in the recipe just to choose a white fish. I've gone for a hake, which is one of my favourite fish. You don't see it very often on recipes. However, it's a really nice, firm fish. So I'm going to add that to the pan now. Okay, so that's the pound of white fish that's gone in. Give this a good stir around to get all the fish incorporated with that lovely sauce and all those flavours. What we're going to do now is we're going to bring this back to a simmer and we're going to let it cook for 10 to 15 minutes just to get the fish cooked through and to take on all those flavours. And the reason that they ask you to choose, obviously, a firm white fish is that you want the fish to hold together and not just flake apart. We do want it towards the end of the cooking to get to that flaking consistency, but we don't want it to go to. We want to be able to marinate this fish into this curry sauce so that the fish picks up all those flavors. So we've just got it coming back to a simmer now. I'm going to turn the heat down and just let that simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. Once this is done, we'll come back and check it in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so our fish curry has been simmering away for 15 minutes. Just reading in the recipe, it does say not to over stir this mixture, otherwise you will break up the fish, and they want the fish to be in the chunks that you cut them into. And if you're going to want to move around, just give the pan a bit of a stir this way, just to make sure everything gets mixed together. But yeah, 15 minutes. We're now going to serve our fish curry. The smell is absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm really looking forward to trying this. So, turn the pan off. And we'll take some of this fish curry out. So that's our lovely white fish Malaysian curry. So let's go and try it. Hello, welcome back to our Malaysian fish curry. I have to say, the smells coming from this dish are absolutely fantastic. The colour is absolutely brilliant, and I'm really looking forward to trying this. Never had a fish curry before. I'm sure there are lots of different fish curries out there. So again, let's try it, and I'll give you my opinions as to what I think. So I'll just spoon some onto this bowl that I have here. Get some of this sauce as well. So the fish is held together absolutely fantastic. It's not broken apart. It does flake as you fork into it, so it just breaks away. That's a really nice, delicate flavour. It's not overpowering with the chili or the pepper that we've put in. You can taste all those spices in there. The lemongrass is coming through. Gives that lovely lemony flavour. Not an acidic lemony flavour, or a citrusy, it's just a real lemony flavour. The fish has taken on board all those different flavours, all those spices that we put into it. They've all cooked through the fish right the way through. The fish is held together and not broken away. But as you put your fork into it, it just comes apart. But it's a really delicate flavour. With all the spices that were going into it, I was expecting it to be really, really strong and powerful. It's quite delicate. I think that coconut milk makes it that delicate taste. It's got that back note of the chili as well, but not overpowering. It's not sort of like overly hot. It's just a nice back heat feeling that you get when you're eating it. That fish is really nice. So you can see the way the fish is held together and its chunks. It's the hake, because it's a firm white fish, has held all that together, and then what you get is this sauce, which is all around the outside of the fish. Then you've also got it where it's gone into the fish as well. So as you're eating it, you can taste that flavor right the way through the fish. That's really nice. I can't believe I've never had a fish curry before. That's really, really nice. Again, the reason I cook this is because it's not something that I would normally choose. And trying to be different on the channel where, I find recipes that I've never heard of or I've never tried to see what they're like. And perhaps some of you out there have never tried, or I'm sure a lot of you have, but I've never had a fish curry before. It's really, really nice. Would I choose this in a restaurant? Absolutely. Would I recommend it? Yeah, absolutely. As an alternative to all the different curries that we have, and I mainly have, a meat-based curry. But as an alternative for something a bit different, I think this is really nice. Really nice. So, my opinions, really good, really nice. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. I think the way that fish has taken on all those different spices and all those different flavors, it's really made it nice and tender. It's held firm, but it breaks apart. And I would certainly advise anybody to try cooking this. It's a beautiful meal as an alternative to a meat curry. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you once again for joining me. If I could ask you to please like and subscribe, as it really helps my channel out. And I look forward to seeing you on the next recipe that we cook. So until the next time, thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.